There are 4 main admission criteria to be considered for the John Molson MBA. Firstly, you need an undergraduate degree with a grade point average of 3.0 on 4.3. This GPA is also equivalent to an average of B or 75%. Now, if the grading in your university is slightly different, please do not worry. We've created some short videos that cover some of the education systems around the world and what it may be compared to with the GPA requirement at JMSB. Now, if your country is not covered, don't worry, the admissions team will convert your grading system to our requirement. Now, please remember that you do not need to have a commerce or a business background to enter the John Molson MBA. Ultimately, you need to have an undergraduate degree with the right GPA requirement. Please keep in mind that your transcripts must come directly from your university to Concordia in a sealed envelope. You cannot submit a copy that you have at home. Your university must send them directly to us. Also, if your transcripts are not in English or French, then you must also provide a certified translation. The translated transcripts can be submitted by you, by post or in person, as long as they have the official stamp from a certified translator. Secondly, you need 2 years of work experience. Once again, the work experience doesn't need to be business related. What we look for essentially is career progression. So we look for work experience after you've completed your bachelor. We want to see, for example, that you started in a junior role and then you moved up to another position with more responsibilities. We want to see that even before completing the MBA, you have potential to progress in your career. So once you complete the program, then you'll certainly have more opportunities. The work experience doesn't have to be in Canada, it can be from overseas, but once again we'll be looking for that progression after graduating from your bachelor degree. Thirdly, the Graduate Management Admissions Test, the Gmat requirements. So the minimum score we look for is 580. Keep in mind that most admitted students have an average of 630 in their Gmat. Please note that the Gmat test format will change as of June 2012. If you are watching this video after this date, please refer to our admissions webpage for up-to-date score requirements. The fourth criteria is proof of English proficiency. 2 official scores are accepted: the test of English as a foreign language, the TOEFL, and the minimum score required is the internet-based test 90, or the International English Language Testing System, the IELTS, and the minimum score required is 7.0. Please note that the exact required score is subject to change, so please always check our admissions webpage for up-to-date information. Other documents that also need to be submitted are the 3 letters of recommendation. The letters of recommendation can be from professors or employers. If you have been out of school for a few years and have not kept in touch with professors, we understand, so past or current employers' references will be fine. But if you do have a professor that you've kept in touch with, it will certainly add value to your application. For the employers, they can just write freely, ideally on the letterhead of their company. They write about how they know you, how they feel that you will do in the MBA program. As for the professors, we have an academic assessment form available online with the application package. So this form allows professors to compare you with other students. So do not use this form for employers, only for professors who can fill out the form, compare you with other students in the class in your degree, your undergraduate degree, and they can also send a letter complementing their reference about, again, how they feel you will do in the MBA program. Lastly, documents that you can upload yourself for the application are your CV and your statement of purpose. So your CV will tell us about your work experience, of course, and whether you've been involved in extracurricular activities or volunteer experience. It will tell us a little bit more about you. And your statement of purpose is, the guideline is approximately 500 words. It's your cover letter to the application. We want to hear from you. We want to know why you want to do the program, why you want to do it at JMSB, and how you feel you will bring value to the program as well. So there's no template once again. It's the only essay requirement for the application, but we want to know why we should admit you in the program. There are 2 main admissions periods for the John Molson MBA. There is a September intake, which is fall, and January intake, which is winter. So international students are required to apply by February 15th for the September intake and June 15th for the January intake. Now, we have rolling admissions at Concordia, which means that you do not need to submit all of your documents at the same time. And also, once we have all of your documents, we can start assessing your file even if it's not deadline time yet. So what I suggest is that you start your application process as early as possible. You can submit your application form and application fee, upload your documents yourself, the ones you can, and as you do the test, the scores will be sent to us, the letters of recommendation will be sent directly to us. We will keep you informed as to what documents we have received and which ones are missing. But once we have all of your documents, then we will start assessing your file. So if you have any other questions about applying for a student visa or other concerns about studying in Canada, I highly recommend that you visit the Concordia International Students Office website, where you will find lots of information on immigration documents, healthcare, housing, work permission in Canada, and so on, and all the services offered by Concordia to international students. So don't delay and apply now.